G'day guys, starting the Worlds End 100 kilometre race. What I'll be doing today is checking in every hour so you see the terrain of the race. Now I've just gone over the hour to get up to here. This is Mount Bryan, the highest point in the Mount Lofty ranges. So quite a view, as you can see behind me. The sun is about to come up and I just have to find the Heysen Trail off of the top here. Okay, so I didn't actually get to ride at the summit because the Heysen Trail just misses it by a bit, but then we're going down here, which is a pretty difficult track off the side. Happy that the sun's about to come up and didn't have to do this part in the dark. Fencing wire there. Luckily the grass isn't wet either. Could be very slippery if it's wet grass. Now today's run is going to be a lot of easier running than this. This is one of the difficult bits. So it's just cruising along for a fair bit of today's 100k. Started off with some really easy road. It's good to knock off a few k's before doing the climb up the hill, where each kilometre takes quite a while. Yeah, this mud is not exactly dry, but not too bad. Right, that looks like it's the worst of it. I think it's a little bit, oh no, spoke too soon. Yeah, just say that and fall over. No, all good. Right, now I haven't been doing that much training leading into this event, so it's going to be quite a challenge to get my body over the 100k's, get it through the 100k's. See how we go. Anyway, it's a bit windy to talk.
Somewhere.
Yeah, you're going well. You're doing so well. We'll see you soon. Enjoy. Well done. Beautiful course. It is. It's gorgeous. Enjoy. Well done. Going well. You too, enjoy the
Okay, so after the summit of Mount Bryan, there's a fairly long road section, a dirt road, and it's nice and downhill. Tried not to go too fast, but it was pretty comfortable running. Again, good to tick off some kilometres fairly quickly, and then after leaving the road, it joins the Caroona Creek, I think, Conservation Park. So it's been a steady climb for a couple kilometres, and now we're just about to head downhill for quite a few k, probably I think about 10k of mostly downhill now through the creek, very gradual, but still well, this downhill is going to be fairly technical, so running through the creek is a bit rocky, but yeah, it's time to just get some easy kilometres in. There we go, Caroona Creek. So there we go, between those two hills is where the creek goes, running through there, and you see a plain on the other side. Quite a stunning run through here. This is only for the 100 kilometre runners. So there's a 50k or 54k course that starts 50k's into this run, but I'm only at the 24k mark so far, so 80k's to go. Feeling okay, a little bit sore, but just going at a fairly gentle pace. Still got a lot of running left to do today. Hopefully I can keep running for most of the day. You see the wallabies up the hill there. Anyway, just look down on where I'm stepping. This part of the Heysen Trail is really remote. I have done recce runs for most of the course, so I've seen most of this course before. And the only time I've ever seen anyone was, I saw some through hikers on a long weekend. Some people were doing the whole trail. Apart from that, you rarely see anyone along here. Pretty much guaranteed to be on your own. And today there's not many volunteers at the aid stations, so a lot of the people doing this event come up to the unmanned aid stations and still have no one to talk to. So very much run on your own. If you've got a camera like me, you can talk to the camera, but it's yeah, just out there in the pretty stunning natural scenery. Just try not to fall off these rocks. And there's the familiar Heysen sign to let you know there's a path up there. Okay, so I've come to some much flatter and easier running after the creek. Unfortunately though, my watch has decided to get stuck on one particular watch face, so I can't change to maps, I can't change to total elapsed time, so I've just got my distance and last lap heart rate and so on. Oh, last lap. So I'll be doing this one mostly just on feel today, and that includes navigating by feel. I do have phone in my pack if I wanted to get that out to help, but I'm fairly certain I won't get too lost along the trail here. I did get lost a few k's ago, took a bit of an extra for backtracking, and I'm hoping that my watch still gives a warning when I'm off course. Should still do that, but like I said, I've run most of this before, so it's yeah, it's gonna be all right. Okay, so I'm pretty annoyed with my watch. It has actually run out of charge. So Coros usually very good. You can charge them, and 100% battery life can last a week worth of workouts. I had about, I think, 84% start of today. We're 3.5 hours in and it's gone flat. So it is definitely just me and the trails with my watch going on and off. It keeps switching on and off. I'm not sure what it's going to do, but it's pretty annoying, vibrating on my wrist all the time, get switching on and off. Anyway, so not sure how far to go. I think I've done about 33k, so about 70 to go. My legs have been sort of almost died as well very quickly in the last half hour. But just see what I can do with pushing on through. I don't have a watch, so I'm not sure what time it is, but I assume it's about the 4-hour check-in. I think I'm about 38, 39 k's in, and yeah, just plodding through, getting it done. You can see some Heysen signs. I'm just following them. It really is a matter of paying close attention to which direction the Heysen signs say they're going to be, and then following that. My estimated time is going to be a lot slower than what I expect. Sorry, my finish time is going to be a lot slower than what I expected, but I'm still just marching on through. So still in the Caroona Creek Conservation Park. We've had a lot of creek crossings. It's flattish, and then you get these uphill bits. It really is nice trail running. If I wasn't so tired, it'd be quite enjoyable. I guess it still is, just going a bit slower than what I expected. I may have some company at some stage. Have to see. At the moment I'm in the lead. I'm not sure how strong the other runners are today, but for now I'm just trying to enjoy the big day out that today is going to be. Some big red kangaroos, wondering what. Okay, so 5-hour check-in. I've just gone through the aid station, which is the start of the 54k, and I asked my crew what, so I've got Mum and Nat crewing me today. I asked them how I'm going for time, because I've got my phone in the bag, but I'm not going to keep that on unless I need to use it for something. So I'm just running blind, or running, yeah, I guess you call it naked when you don't have a watch. And yes, they said it's just before 11 when I went through the aid station there. So managed to get the first 50k's done in 5 hours. So obviously, although I was feeling pretty rotten a bit after 30k when my watch died and it was starting to get tough terrain, I've been able to just shuffle along, and my shuffle mustn't be much slower than, it's probably about 6-minute k's, so that's okay. It'll get a good 100k time if I can keep the shuffle going. It's a reasonably difficult start to the 54k. Well, it sorts everyone out, because it's just a grinding uphill for first couple k up this road. Anyway, I'll check in when I expect it's about 6 hours. So I assume that I'm coming up to 6-hour check-in soon. This is rolling hills along a very long fence line, this section. It's quite brutal, but good thing is there's a tailwind, so there's a bit of encouragement from the wind to get jogging again. But yeah, it's quite rocky, and yeah, it's just relentless, hill after hill. Haven't bothered to film all the valleys, but it's been quite a few more, and now looks like it's gone to something ridiculously rocky. So looks like it'll be a fairly long amount of time between the two aid stations that luckily I filled up with. I pretty much used up my food by the 50k, so I topped it up there. It's like, how do we get through across here? Okay, it's a bit dangerous. Anyway, so got to keep in line with that fence, but I don't know how get across there without rock climbing. Anyway, it's quite an adventure. Okay, I missed the 7-hour check-in because it actually took me 2 hours 20 to do that 17k section. So time is blowing out, and it's getting pretty slow on my part, but I think there's only a few more k's of difficult, very difficult terrain before it gets runnable. And this is it, fence line frustration. Very steep, so you go to the top of that one, and then we're going up to that one over there, and we crest that one, and that's the end of the ridiculous hills. There's an 8-hour check-in. I think I've done about 69k or something, maybe a little bit more, but yes, back into last bit of farmland before we have a lot of dirt road. There will be nicer fields towards the end, but it's just getting to a place that's a little bit less rocky. It was quite rocky descending that high point there, and then we've got the got to cruise into Burra now, about 10-11 k's to go to Burra. Okay, so 9-hour check-in, just about catch the back markers of the 54k. A couple walkers there in blue, and I've I've got Nat here with me. She's doing her long run, which has turned out to be quite a slow one. Running with me to get me into Burra. So we're not too far to Burra, probably. How far to Burra? About 3k?
Yeah, about
3k, yep. So still 27 k's to go. We've done 9 hours, so
80 k's in 9 hours.
Yeah, so finish time probably around 13 hours, I would say, but I may come good. At the moment I'm not doing much. My run walking isn't going too well. I was running a bit better just before the 65, but I haven't been able to feel good enough to run for more than a couple of minutes at a time since then. This is tough, but yeah, we're going to finish this 100k. I'm pretty sure that there's people coming from behind, but I'm in front for now. Stay tuned to see how we go. Okay, so 10 hour check-in. We've got just pretty much a straight road to go to the finish. It's become quite exciting. As I was leaving the last aid station, second place came into the aid station, so it's a close one. I was going through a real bad patch leading into that aid station. I had thought I'd try something this race. I had some leftover cold pizza, so I had a piece of that, and started to feel much better. So I'm back to running again continuously. So we'll see if I can hold on good enough pace. Yeah, it's just plenty of straight road to run along for the next about 16 k's, I think. So that was the 10-hour check-in. It turns out it was at about 10.5 hours, and so I didn't do an 11-hour check-in. 11-hour check-in was the same straight road and quite a lot of fading light, so I didn't bother checking in, and I also was concentrating on my running. I really wanted to make sure that I had a good finish to the event. The main reason I was doing the race was to practice my running of 100 k's. You know, you can never know that you can actually do something until you've done it. It is quite a psychological thing to race over that distance and know that you can do it. And there's certain things that you can't practice in training no matter how much you practice. Like I did a couple 6-hour runs in the month before the event, but apart from that, in the last 4 or 5 months, I've hardly done any runs longer than 40 minutes. There's probably less than 10 runs longer than 40 minutes that I've done. So I was quite happy to get through with the limited fitness that I had, and good practice for fueling. My A race is the Tarawera 100k that I'm doing next year, and it was good to practice for that. Very happy with doing this ultra hard series race on the Heysen Trail, and during the week, part of my sponsorship as part of my business was to sponsor the guys that are running the Heysen end to end in July. So Rurik and Simon, they entered the 50k event, and they got to see the second half of the course, but they are doing it the whole thing on July 10th, and very happy to support them with sponsorship from my business. You may be wondering why my financial planning business will be interested in sponsoring trail runners. For most of us, our biggest asset is the ability to earn an income, and usually it's not insured. Superannuation can be used to pay for insurance if appropriate, and I may be able to offer a more comprehensive strategy than what you currently have.
Woo!
So as you can see, I finished after dark. I was able to run quite strongly through to the finish and extend the lead to 29 minutes. That means that I've completed all 4 of the long course ultra hard series events and won at the inaugural edition of all of them. So very happy with that.